Okay, so when you take a linked list representation of stack, the advantage is that if you know, if you don't know the size of or a capacity of a like the size capacity of to store the elements, if you don't know in prior, okay, we can go for the linked list representation. If you know, if you are aware of the maximum size or the capacity of an element or size of the application, okay, so these many students will be enrolled, for example, okay, so there you can use array. So that's what the first point says. If the stack is a very small one or its maximum size is known in advance, so in that case you can use what? Array implementation. Okay, in that case you can use array implementation of stack, so which gives efficient implementation also. Now can you hear me, guys? Now is it okay now? Now is it okay? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So if you don't know the size in advance or if you don't know priorly, we can go for linked list representation. Okay. So let this is a pictorial representation of stack implemented using from the links. The diagram you can easily tell that it is stack because they used a variable called top, right? You are using a top variable in the stack. So from this I can tell that it is a stack data structure which implements the auxiliary data structure linked list. Okay, auxiliary data structure linked list. So this is a small example. Let us go to the algorithm now. Okay, I am going. This session is fully how the algorithm works. Okay. So you know the operations performed on the stack, right? Very well, push and pop. Other than this, display, right? Push, pop, display, and peek. P-E-E-K. P-E-E-K. Okay, it is also an operation where you can come to know when you call that particular operation, you can come to know the top element of the stack. Top element of the stack, right? So this is an algorithm. Okay, it has 4 steps. So allocate memory. What is step number 1? So now I want to what? Create a stack. I'm going to create a stack using linked list. Right. For that, what you will do? Anyhow, will be having a top. You will be having a top variable, right? Top pointer variable. Keep it in mind. It's a top pointer variable of struct to node data type. It should be of struct node data type. Okay. Then what you will having? You will be what calling a get node function. So get node function, what it will do? It will create a new node. Okay, for example, create a new node. So new node again is what? Pointer variable of data type struct node. Okay, that you all know very much. So again I created a new node variable, new node pointer variable, right? So a new node will be created. So the get node function, what it will do? The get node function, it what gets the value or the element from the user, for example 10. Okay, and the next field will be assigned as what? Null, because now only we are creating a new node. Okay, so you know that since you are using single links, keep in mind we are using single linked list. Also stack can be implemented using double linked list also. We are going to see an example of implementing the stack using single linked list. If we don't want to bother about double linked list, if at all they ask, you should add one more field in the node. That's all. Okay, left field will come. That's all. Right now, this example is meant for only the single linked list implementation. Okay. So what is done there? See, when new node is created, what it is? New node data. New node data is nothing but this path. Okay, the value is assigned. The value is nothing but 10. It is assigned. Okay. Then what you have to do? You have to do null also. You have to make this what new node next should be null. They didn't write. You can write after the step also. Under the step 2, you can make 2 lines. Okay, new node data equal to value, and what new node tends next equal to null. Okay, they have missed here. You can write that also. You have to ensure that it should be null only. Keep it in mind. Okay, I have drawn clearly. Then what happens? Always you will check for what if there is any element in the stack or not. So that is a basic condition you will be checking. What is the condition? If top equal to is null, is equal to null. Okay, so this is what this condition. Let me erase this. One second, I am erasing the this thing. So I am checking for the condition if top equal. Yes, right now there is no element. There is no element in the stack. So it will be null only. It will be null only. I'm making it as X. Okay, I'm making it as X. Because at the start of the program, you will be declaring the variable, declaring all the variables, including the pointer variable. When you are declaring the pointer variable, you will assign some value, right? Then and there itself, I will what? Assign the null as a null value to the top pointer variable, right? So if it is null, what I'm doing? If it is null, so they are doing here inside this top equal null. Here they are doing. Okay, I told no. I told new node next equal null. We can do there also. We can do there also while creating a new node. That is best. Okay. Here they are following some other procedure. That's all. Both are same, but the lines of code is coming somewhere else. That's it. Then set top equal to new node. So what you have to do? So you know that this value will be 400. Okay, this is 400. That 400 is stored in the top variable. That 400 is stored in the top variable. That's all. So now you have only one element in the stack. Only one element in the stack. Okay. If so, this right now only if will work. Why? Because there is no element in the stack. This else part will not work. This else part will not work right now because there is no other element. For example, I hope this is understood. Okay, I hope this is understood. We have created a node. Okay, now we have, since there is no element in the stack, we have created a node and inserted that nothing but push the element into the stack. That's all. So this is the current scenario. So this is the current scenario, right? The current scenario. Now this only this if condition will work, else will not work. Okay. Now I want to insert 20. Now I want to insert 20. Can anyone tell what are the updations should I do? Now I want to insert element 20 into the stack. What are the things I have to do? Can anyone give a reply in the chat box? So now I want to insert element 20. So what happens? Ultimately, we'll call the getNode function, right? You know very well about the getNode function. Keep it in mind, getNode function. That's very much important for you. So when I call a getNode function, a new node is created. See, I'm drawing here. A new node is created. Okay, when I'm creating a new node, what happened? I will just push the, assign the value 20 into the data field of the new node. I am telling that this new node address is 500. New node address is 500. Okay, and I am also making here itself making it as null. Okay, keep in mind making here it is null. In getNode function itself, I am making it as null. Why? Because you have in the first unit, in the starting of the second unit, you have done all the operation in the new node. Whatever the values to be updated in the new node will be done under the function getNode. That's why I'm making the null here itself. Okay, I don't want to change that procedure. That's why I'm making the null here itself. Okay. So what happens ultimately? This 400 will be becomes 500, right? This 400 will become 500. Now hereafter it won't point this 500. Okay. So hereafter this 500 points to 500 points to this one. New node is pointing to 500. Okay, done. Then what are the things I should do? I have to update the top value. Now who is becoming the top value? 20. You know that stack follows last in first out. Who is the last element inserted right now? Element 20. Okay, element 20 is the last element. So what should I do? So nothing but, okay, now what can I do now? Top equal to, I can do like this also. I can do like this. Top tens right now the top is 400 only, right? Top tens next equal to, okay, top tens next is what? This, it is pointing to this one. It is pointing to this one. So what should be assigned? It should be assigned with 500, right? It should be assigned with 500. So I can write new node. I can write new node. Okay. Then what will I do? The next is that I can, next I want to the top value, right? Top equal to new node. I can write this like this. New node. Top equal to new node. So these are the two lines you can update. So here also what they done, new node next equal to top. New node next is what? Is top only 400. Okay, they are doing in reverse order. Okay, they are doing in reverse order, but you can maintain this one. Top tens next equal to new node. Now this becomes what? Now this becomes 500. I'm making this as 500. Okay. And one more thing, you can maintain the, if you want to maintain the first element's address, you can have another thing also. You can have start pointer also. Start pointer will hold the address of the first element. You can store 400 also if you want. If you want, you can keep it. Otherwise, don't want. Okay, otherwise don't want. Right? Is it okay? Fine, guys. Are you clear with this? What are the things I am doing? One guy's replied, yes, thank you, Pa. So see, like this, see, you are clear in this is good. If you study this concept, single linked list, the same way you can do it for double linked list. You do your make it as a homework. Okay, take it as a homework and do the operation. How it is working. Okay, so this is for push function, push operation. Now, when I call the peek function, peek is nothing but it's a function which returns the top element. Okay, so automatically display print top next. Sorry, print top data. Right here. When I call a peek function, so it is another function. Peek is a function which returns the top element of the stack. So how will I print? Let me draw in the whiteboard. Print, what is it? Top tens data. Simple. Okay. So it prints the peek. It prints the top element of the stack. That's all. This is about peek function. Next, we'll go to pop function. I hope everyone is clear with the push operation. Next, pop operation, right? Again, when you look for pop operation, when you're doing the pop operation, you have to check whether the stack is underflow or not. Okay, that you know very much well. So if it is top equal null, but in our case, what happens? We have two elements. Assume that we have two elements. What are the elements? 10 and 20. Okay, 10 and 20. So in our case, if this first if will not work, in our case the first if will not work. Okay, if so, if it is top equal to null, what happens? You can directly go to step 5. You can directly go to step 5. Otherwise what you have to do? You have to go to step 2. What they are doing? Just passing the top value to pointer variable. Okay, just observe clearly here. Okay, what they are doing? Just what they are doing? Just taking the top value. I mean, fetching the top value and assign to the pointer. Pointer is a variable of struct node type. Again, it's going to be struct node. Okay. Then what they are doing? Why they are moving this one? If this is nothing but top is nothing but what? Element 20, right? You assume, just recollect whatever we drawn previously. It's nothing but 500, right? 500 is in top. Now it is stored in pointer. Now it is stored in pointer variable. 500 is stored in pointer variable. Then at last we are deleting the free pointer. It means that this node is deleted. We are making the memory, deallocating the memory. It just I am passing the top value to the pointer. That's it. Okay, and keep in mind that top remains the same value only, 500 only. Top remains the same. Okay, before deallocating the memory, what is step 3? Before deallocating memory, what are the things we are doing? Step 3. It should be assigned with what? Top next. Okay. So that's what it's done. Right? So like 400 will be assigned to the top variable. 400 will be assigned to the top variable. So it's all about push function, pop function, peek function in stack. Okay. Apart from this, you can do the function display also. Okay. You can display from last in first out. Okay, from the reverse order, whichever the element is inserted at last can be what displayed from that element onwards. Okay. So do you have any doubt in this? Shall we move to the coding part? I'll explain how this single linked list is implemented using C program. The same whatever the same concepts. Just I'm not going to explain all the things. How many functions are used? How many functions are used in this C program? What are the variables declared? How the variables are declared? And what is the value returned by each and every function? Right? There's a difference between implementing array and a linked list. Now I am going to tell you how it is different. Guys, is it okay? Shall we go to the C program? Okay. So this is a program to implement a linked stack. Okay. So basically, if we say linked stack, by default this is single linked list only. Okay. So what is the first variable declared? What is the first thing declared? So you know very well about this stack. They declared two variables. One is data. What are the two members? Integer and struct stack. Okay, done. Then you know very well about C. Here, why they are keep on using struct stack? Can anyone tell why they are using struct stack? Instead, previously we won't use this struct stack. Instead, we have used some concept, some syntax in the C program. Can anyone tell? Instead of declaring this like the struct stack star top, we used to do another thing. Can anyone recall? Yes, very good. Type def, very good. Type definition, right? He did here in this program. We didn't use the type definition syntax concept. So what happens that we have to use the struct stack only. Okay. Hope everyone understand. Here we didn't use the type definition. Okay. So what are the variable? Pointer variable, top pointer variable, and see, look at this. Look at this push function. Push function returns what? A pointer variable. Push function returns the pointer variable of which data type? Struct stack. That's all. Of struct node, something we call struct node. Right? Here only we used struct. We used to always call a struct stack only. Sorry, struct node. But in this program, we named a stack. That's why it is written as struct stack. So push function returns. Keep in mind, since we are using a linked list, we are in a position to use the pointer concept. Okay. So why? Because once push function happens, once the element is pushed, what happens? I want to know the address of the pushed element, pushed node. Okay, where can I store the address? I can store it in some pointer variable only of struct node data type. So the push function has to return pointer variable. So we'll see in the definition part. We'll see in the definition part. So as like that, display pop. Okay, we'll see one by one. And they used what? Peek also. Okay. So, and when you take push function, it is taking a pointer variable and integer variable. Pointer variable, integer variable. Okay. We see the functions now. So, main function, right? Main function, and in the main function, you have several operations to perform: push, pop, peek, display. Then in the switch case, you're having what? Enter the number to be pushed onto the stack. Enter option. I'm giving an option as 1. I'm giving an option as 1. Okay. So what happens? What happens? Option is 1. Okay. So the case 1 matches. Okay. Case 1 matches. Enter this number of a number to be pushed onto that. Let it be 10. Okay. I'm giving the value as 10 here. Okay. So now function push. Okay. What is this here? Top. We told no. See, we should match with the function prototype. So what is the push function prototype? Okay, push function will return, keep in mind, push function will return a pointer variable. Okay, that pointer variable is stored in where? Top. Top is again what? Top is again what? A pointer variable. Why? Because push function returns a pointer variable that should be stored in the pointer variable only, right? It returns a pointer, returns some address. Actually, push function return that address should be stored in some pointer variable. That's why we are assigning it to the top variable. Again, top variable is a pointer variable which holds the address of some other data type. That's it. Okay, or similar data type. Okay. Okay. Then next, what is the argument it is taking? See, what is the argument it's taking? It is taking top. Top is what? It's a pointer variable. Okay, it is a pointer variable. It is having some value, right? Some address, and this top can be what? This either, for example, if initial condition, it will be null only. Initial condition, the top will be null, and you are sending 10. 10. So just I want to show the function definition only here. That's all. I don't want to explain the whole program. Since the theory class and the same will be repeated in the laboratory class, but here I want to tell what are the values returned by the function. Okay, in case of linked list, that is important. So in this push function, it takes two arguments. One is of pointer variable and the other one is integer variable. That's all. So push function will be called, no, we'll go directly to the push function. Once what happens, this is called, right? This is the push function is invoked. So where is the push function written? Here only. Yes, here. So this is the push function. Okay. Taking two argument. Taking two argument. This is a function definition you know very well. Okay. I don't want to explain all the same thing here. Okay. Because inside the push function you are declaring, see, you are allocating the memory. You are allocating the memory using malloc. Okay. Malloc always return what? Generic pointer. Always return generic pointer. So it is converted to of its own data type struct stack, because pointer is what belongs to struct stack data type, pointer variable data type. So that's why it is typecasted according to the data type. Here, what is this one? This one. So this typecasting you know very well. Okay. Then finally, at the end of this function, what happens? I am just returning the top value. I'm returning top. Top is nothing but what? Top is nothing but a pointer variable, right? Top is a pointer variable. So that's why what return type as like this. Since I am returning top here, so top is a pointer variable. So that's why I'm using struct stack star. Is it clear, guys? This is what I want to tell, because this is very much important. Guys, is it clear for you what I am telling now? So once you say, we can go to the next thing. Guys, can you reply? So here the top variable, top is a pointer variable. That's why we are using here what? Using the what? This one return type. So keep it in mind. You are writing the star, space star. Okay, space star you are writing. Keep it in mind. Okay, and this is what whatever I circled. It is the return type of the function's return type, and this is function name. Okay, function name, and it is the arguments. Two arguments is taking. One is stack. Again what? Again it is taking the first argument is pointer variable of structure stack data type, and the other one is integer. This is what. Okay, same thing. Nothing is here. Since I'm using top, I know top very well that why I am writing top. Top is declared as what here? Where we declare this top, it's a global variable, right? Top is a global variable. It can be used anywhere in the program. You know between the difference between the what global variable and the local variable, right? Here these are all what global functions as well. Whatever I declare here, it is what outside the function I call it as what global variable. This top variable can be used anywhere else, right? So that's why I'm stating a struct stack. That's coming to the pop function. The same thing we'll see here. Same pop function, what is doing? It's returning top variable. See why we are returning the top variable. We'll go back to the where actually it is called. See, when push function is called, it returning the what address, right? Top. Return top only is on, no? Return top. Okay, that top is stored in where? This. assigned. It's returning top. That returned value is assigned using the assignment operator. Is assigned using the assignment operator to the top variable. It is having some what? Top is kind of having some address only 1000. Let it be 1000. The 1000 is stored in the top pointer variable. That's all. Okay, now I can keep track of the top element of the stack, and obviously this is the first element we have inserted. Okay, so that is the top element of the stack. That's all. For example, I'm calling pop function. For example, I'm giving the option here 2. I'm giving the option here as 2. Give the option as 2. Okay. So this matches. Okay, case 2 matches. Then it's coming here. See why we are sending the top variable. Why you are sending the top variable? Why? Because I want to delete the top element only. Delete the top element. Who is holding the address of the top element? Top pointer variable only. Right. That's why I'm passing the argument as top. Okay. It will be top is nothing but 1000. In our case, I told you 1000. Let it be 1000. The topmost element node address is 1000. Right. So when pop function is called, what happens? It will go there. See, 1000 comes here. It is folded. Actually, it is folded. Just struct this value is nothing but what? 1000. Right? Again, we are returning what? Top. Why you are returning the top? Previous element will be the top element now onwards, right? Let me draw here. 1 second. Assume that you have some and just drawing the stack now. Stack using linked list. The address is 100, 200, 300. Okay. I'm drawing the arrow mark also. It means that it is pointing to the next element. Okay. So top will hold what? Top will hold this element 300. In our case, okay, so 300. This is the, and what is the data field is 10, 20, 30. The data field is 10, 20, 30. So now what we are doing, just I'm pausing here. Second, I'm just pausing here 300. Just I'm pausing the 300, nothing but top. 300 is paused over here. 300 is paused. After deleting free pointer, what happens? Can you tell what is the value of this one right now? After deleting the first node, so this is deleted. 30 node 30 is deleted. What is the value of this top now? Can anyone tell? Can anyone give a reply? So we'll complete the class with this. What is the value of this top? Now I want the value of this top now. After calling the pop function, according to the example, given example, I've drawn the example also. Now, what is the top value returned? 200. Very good. The top value is returned is 200. Right? The 200. It is returning 200. So you're telling that it is 200. Okay. Where is the 200 stored? 200 is nothing but what? It's an address. That's why you are storing it top. Okay. And again, top is what data type? Struct stack star. Struct stack star. Okay, so that's why making that return type as like that. Okay, now what you're doing here, just that 200 stored in where here. I will erase this because earlier this was what, earlier this was 300, now you are passing 300, now it becomes what, 200. When I call the, when I after executing the pop function, now the top value is assigned with, top value is assigned with 200. So this is what. Okay, so just I want to tell why we are using this star and all in the program. Most of them will be familiar in this, I understand, I know, but few members are not aware of the pointers. So example, okay, and if case 3 is what, peak, peak, peak. Peak is nothing but what I told. It tells the sorry, it prints the top element. So it is assigned to value. Keep it in mind, because I'll fetch the top element. I know the top value is 30 or 20, 50, whatever it is. That is an integer. I know very well. That's why I'm assigning what to the value. We'll go to the peak function once. Yes, see. Peak function is returning what? Return top data. Return top data is nothing but what? It's a integer value that you know very well. Top tens data is nothing but an integer value. Top tens next is what? Pointer variable. Now we are returning top tens data. It is what? Integer variable. That's why you are writing here what? Integer. That's why you are writing integer. Okay. So you are returning some integer value. That's why it's stored in the integer value again. Value VAL. Okay. 30 or 20 is stored in the value and you are printing it. If value is not equal to 1, that is different. This that just go through it. Okay, just go through it, program, and you are calling another function called display. Okay, so just display is also what, just you are passing only the top variable, short top pointer variable. That's enough. Okay, top pointer variable, that's enough. Okay. So we are pointing the pointer variable, then assigning the, again getting back the top variable. Do you have any doubt in this, guys? Shall we end the class? I hope you are all good in this coding now.